See what a Harlem fashion show would look like way back in 1929. Yeah, it's going to be black and white film. First thing I noticed is it looked like they're very well dressed and everything, using the Caucasian instruments here, banjo and guitar and the piano. She doesn't have the sheet music open, so she's got it memorized. Look like they're already starting to do things with their hair, trying to make it look more Caucasian, although he just seems to be somewhat shaved. All right, let's look. Looks like they're in a funeral parlor, but I picked some very light-skinned black people to be in this. You can tell how admixed they are.
This is a form-fitting model in two tones of chiffon velvet with a draped turban to match. The uneven hemline and the bell-shaped sleeves are interesting new notes.
Oh my God, black people used to speak correctly back then. What? No, they're supposed to be all, oh, the old missa. So they actually used to speak good. It's just a modern thing where they've decayed to the point of not having good grammar. It seems on purpose. That's weird. I wish they'd show the whole dress. It seems like it's a fashion show, but they're doing close-ups. It doesn't make sense, but
This is an afternoon ensemble made of black transparent velvet, trimmed and dyed a blouse of tea rose satin.
okay. I don't know if they'd already started at this time with models supposedly having some attitude, but okay. So what's up with this dress?
The name of this hat is a linear, made of lace and the leaves. Note the small face veil.
Well, what about the dress? It was just about the hat, huh? Okay.
This model is called Song of the Nile and is made of taffeta. The bodice shows the form-fitting silhouette and the skirt is bouffant.
Huh. She sure is light-skinned, too. Huh. Okay, yeah. Song of the Nile. Yeah, it looks kind of like a Nile tunic that those Caucasian Egyptians used to wear. Let's continue.
This is a charming evening wrap of metallic cloth. The dress is of black and silver lace with a spangled bodice. Note the lace mittens worn with this type of dress.
That's a cool little dress right there. That looks like one of those flapper dresses. In fact, lit up. That's pretty nice right there. Yeah. You can tell she's doing her hair already at this time, trying to look more Caucasian. There's no fro going on or anything like that. They're putting a lot of grease in their hair and trying to straighten it as well as they can. Wigs and Caucasian mimicking hair hats hadn't come in yet. Ugh.
This cerise chiffon velvet evening gown is created for the stylish stuff called Hazel Foster.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that they didn't get any models to do this. This is just some ladies club or something that they did. I don't know. Some high-to-do ladies that got together with their best fashions and did something, I guess. This was expensive. They're matching the vocals and everything with it.
Blue satin has been used to make this lovely evening gown, which is called Am I Blue?
So apparently it's light blue.
The earring accentuates the new higher waistline, and the circular skirt dips low in back.
Well, that really looks, the 30s style more, and it's 29. So, yeah, that's up on the new style that was there.
The deep V-neck is very smart.
No, you're not very smart if you call the back the neck. That's the back. That's a deep V back. A deep V neck would be out here if it showed some cleavage, which you apparently don't have any of, but okay. La da 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 da. Looks like an Irish woman. Okay, well, let's look down at the comments and see what everybody says in there about this here. The models had to pass the brown paper bag test, I see. Oh, that's a racist thing where you had to be admixed or something and get past a certain point. Yeah, it's got a lot of replies on it, but we don't want to look at that. At 2 minutes, baby, she looked like she didn't want to be there. That was the lady with the hair and everything. She didn't, yeah. But she gave a twirl anyway. The film quality is really good. Thanks for posting this. I agree with this at this time. That's amazing. You look at video at any films during that time, even something like Charlie Chaplin stuff and everything. It's not that not that much. I mean, it's fastly growing. You know, not too many years after that, Wizard of Oz and things happened. But that's an upper level crust building newest, video. Da da. Look at this, and they even have matching vocals with it. That's pretty good. My grandmother would have been 18 in 1929, and she dressed like those models did. Women were much more real and eloquent back then, but black women still had it hard back then, and it showed in some of their expressions. And this lady's got a Caucasian mimicking hair hat on, and she just wants to say that you saw that they weren't having a hardship, but it was so hard. I'm still enjoying this in 2019. Who's with me? Oh, hell, I'll go with you on that. I love hearing accents of that era. Well, they didn't really have an accent, and they didn't surely speak the new Ebonic style that has come out in the black regressive speech. They were speaking very eloquently. I'm impressed. They speak like grandparents for real. My 83-year-old grandma speaks the same way. It's cute. Cute. But you don't want to speak that way anymore. You don't have proper grammar, or speak proper or anything. It's not part of blackness or whatever. That this false identity you have to have and separate yourself and make it seem like it's us versus them. A lot of them get on my videos and act. You can tell directly they want to be the enemy within and play victim cards too, and try to say that they were the Egyptians and they were actually Hebrews of the Bible that they aren't even mentioned in. That was the Jewish slave master's book. Please. But why some of them look so over it. Lovely video still, and she's got her hair hat on too. They some of them had some little attitude. I made a mention of that. It's of course nowadays models don't ever smile and they just walk out and just look like, God, this pisses me off and I'm constipated. But hey, whatever. When you tell the teacher to present out of the blue, yeah, well, whatever. It's quite possible that these models were not professional and paid for their work. I would like to believe that there were friends and members of some social club or organization. That's what I said, and wanted to be seen and heard on the brand new sound sync technology. Yeah, it was, just right before this. It was really a silent movies, and they would record things separately and just play it. And usually it was just piano music, and the words came up on the screen. So, yeah, this is quite a bit. That would have been an expensive process during that era. Somewhere in Harlem put a lot of money into this short production just to promote their fashions to friends and customers. So awesome to see some film from the African American people, especially from the 1920s. It's amazing. Beautiful ladies in those fashions. Yes, the music. Oh my gosh. And there's a white guy. If it even is a white guy. A lot of times black people now put a white icon on. The expressions, or should I say a lack of them, had me rolling. Their selling game was on point. Yeah, so they were acting like models of today do. Damn well, I guess they didn't have dark-skinned models. The female pianist is beautiful. She never even faced the camera. What are you talking about? You only saw her from the side. The other ones you were getting close. Oh, it's probably because she was dark and the other ones were higher admix. Let's see. Yes, she was the most beautiful woman in the room. Was. The person above you just wrote the sentence correctly, so you can F Nile, the English grammar teacher. This is YouTube, not school, trying to correct someone, but you didn't write a full sentence yourself, idiot. Wow, triggered and low IQ and a yap yap. Then Tessie, get over it, shrugs. Tessie, hey Shay, did blacks get over it? I don't think so. They're as racist now as they were then. No, it actually seems worse then. They had some respect for the people that turned into the spacemen back then. Now they just take it for granted that they're a leech mooch. But, so what does she have to say again? The terrible lady here with, darker skin herself. I truly don't have an ounce of care for you or your comments. Shut up already, sounding stupid, run along rodent. So now you can see her attitude. I'm surprised she didn't try to call somebody a Neanderthal or something like that. Being a recently domesticated West African primitive, it's sad whenever they try that. MD, all of them are beautiful and the men were handsome. So she's trying to clear it up. But she shows her icon to, if it is a black woman, it's extremely light. Hell, I'm cardboard colored. So, and I'm Irish. Most well-rounded women played piano back in the day. Yeah, a lot of women were taught to play piano and certain other things. It was part of a woman's thing, you know. It's almost like geishas. They were taught to know certain things and, of course, how to sew and all these things. And, of course, cooking is one part of that, too, and stuff like that. And it all goes together, a part of being a well-rounded mother and stuff. And, of course, that, sadly, is failing in the black community, and 77%, or is it 78 now, percent of blacks are unwed mothers and raising bastard kids. But hands off perv, necro perv, she's probably been dead for 50 years. Okay. Well, she was cute back then. You're just picturing her then, but yeah, haha. I thought the girl at 21 seconds was nice, and the pianist didn't even turn around to the camera. So how could you say she's pretty? Oh, that's her calling her out because she was the only dark one. Anastasia Lovesu says they're saying it because it's the only dark brown person there. She didn't look pretty from what I saw. Most of them aren't, though. So here's somebody who's honest and not so much racist, hateful, yim. Not being funny at all, but I could see the whole side of her head. She probably was, though. So yeah, so all you could see was the side of her head. So she's again agreeing with her. Of course, she's lighter than that lady, like maybe what one of the other ones was like. She looks like the sister to one of the with a feather fan. No more lovelier though than they just resemble one another. So I put in here, it seems blacks could speak correctly back then, and were just starting to mimic Caucasian hair and hadn't gotten Caucasian hair hats yet. Only dark negress is touted as pretty. Shake my head. The non-biblical nor Egyptian Negroids. Most of the musician males are dark skinned, but the female models appear to be high yellow. They even chose themselves that same things. At 2:02, something tells me it went down in the dressing room because she says, I call this dress altercation in the alteration room. Historic, it gave me a glimpse into another time and place. Thanks. No dark-skinned women allowed. 90 years later, it's still the same. Oh, well, blacks are very discriminative among themselves, and nowadays, I don't know if y'all realize it, but a lot of people are doing the Michael Jackson thing and trying to bleach themselves and things to try to look more Caucasian, and they definitely don't look like what you see this lady down here, and being so dark. And she is lighter than them, and you can't get a good look at her, but, a lot of people would say that one, and you know I'm talking about, was probably the prettiest one, but then again, wasn't she one with the best good hair girl? And possibly the lightest, too. Could just be my point. Let me know what y'all think, but, more revealing than the fact that they come on, they're eloquent ladies, and they speak correctly, is the comments down in the bottom and how we're all rodents if we don't yap that idiot mouth. That's so sad. Wonder if blacks know this used to go on, or is this the Uncle Tom because they're trying to learn everything they could? That's also pathetic nowadays. Ooh, there's another one, 1930s, and it's a line dance, Harlem line dance, with speed corrected with soundtrack on it too. Huh. I might have to check that out. Oh, this black guy figured out he's part Irish. Yeah, that's what a lot of the Irish admix was and stuff. And just not too much longer than that became color films with people in them too. And ooh, Cab Calloway and the Nicholas Brothers. That's cool too. At the Cotton Club, recorded. Amazing. That's in the 30s though later too. Huh. Well, let's just go on from there. But sadly, those days are gone. Peace.